Hello from Life Pro, it's Amber Kivett, and I am here today to share with you our newest innovative products, the Alleviated Red Light Therapy Belts. We have the original Alleviated Light Therapy Pro Belt that has been out on the market for a little while, about a year. And now we are coming out with an updated version and several other smaller versions of that product with new features, new options, an external battery pack already included, already attached, that can be recharged so you don't have to carry a bunch of these around. So Life Pro hears you, they hear your requests, and we're always excited to have feedback on what you love about our products, what you want different about our products, because we're always putting new features, new innovations together so that we can bring you the absolute best products for low price so that you don't have to go to a spa, a medical facility, or someplace to have somebody else work on you. You can do some extra things at home. Red light therapy is often referred to as the medical miracle. It's the pill in the bottle, but you don't have to take the pill. It's natural. It's a natural modality that NASA discovered back in the 1950s. So it is not a synthetic type of treatment. It is an all-natural type of treatment using phototherapy, using wavelength technology. So if you have pain, different parts of your body, we have come out with new products that are going to be more ideal as to where you want to position them so that you don't have something too bulky or something that's not big enough and have to, get creative on how to apply these. So today is just going through the differences of these different, these new Alleviated Red Light Therapy products. These specifically are made to look more like a belt where you can strap it onto an arm, you can strap it onto the foot, but they are not specific to one body part. So as you're going through this introduction with me, if you happen to have any questions or would like to give us feedback on maybe some of the other products, the red light therapy products you might already have and how they're helping you at home, please feel free to share those during this broadcast, as well as sharing those on our social media channels between Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. So we have a team of wonderful people that are there to answer questions and can assist you if you should have trouble or need to know the right setting or don't understand quite how your product is working. But make sure and check out some of those comments, questions, and all of our videos that are on our YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram pages. You'll find a lot of information out there. If you're not already part of our Life Pro VIP Facebook group, that's where a wealth of knowledge is available for free, because we have all of our members there, and all you have to do in order to become a member is buy one of our products, whether it's through Amazon, through our Life Pro website, or maybe you bought it in a store. I know we've got a lot of products that are now in stores that you can buy. So if you have bought a product, you have your order number, you have your receipt. If you're gifted something, you can go to our VIP page, subscribe, and they'll approve you. And then you can hear of all the life-changing stories of how Life Pro is changing lives for the better and giving people their dreams and their lives back after they've been through doctors, therapists, and have been told that life just isn't going to get any better unless they go through a procedure or have to take a specific pill. So that's what my purpose is with sharing with all of you today. So I want to say thank you in advance from Life Pro for allowing me the opportunity to serve you with my expertise and how we can help you be the best version of yourself possible. So moving on, we've got the, again, this is our original Alleviated Pro Light Therapy Belt. If you've seen me in past broadcasts, I always had an extra battery pack that I had to buy separate, and which makes this portable. So you can use this in the convenience of your vehicle. You can use it at your desk without having to plug it into a wall. Today, I'd like to make sure we go through all the differences between these different products so that you understand one from the other. If you already have one of our other Alleviated products and you're wondering, like, why do I need to upgrade or what makes these products better, that's what we're going to talk about. So you have to have the external battery pack sold separately from the Alleviated Pro Light Therapy Belt, but it just straps on, and it's got an extra extender belt that goes along with it. Our light chips are, as you can see, this one's been worn a little bit, so you can actually go through and clean this with a light moist towel. Make sure you dry it off good, because these are not meant to get wet. When you do this, make sure on the inside this actually zips open, so you actually have access to the LED chips belt When you are cleaning and disinfecting this, you can see how cloudy it is. If there's cloudy there, that light is not going to go through. So whatever radiation you get from, whatever radiating light you get from the chips, you want to make sure that your cover is disinfected and clean. This one is one that we have rented and loaned out to one of our clients, and this is how they come back sometimes. So we've not had a chance to go through and clean this, but I'll show you that demo at the very end. So if you're curious as to how you can make these work and keeping them updated, maintained, and cleaned at home, I'll go through that cleaning process at the end so that we don't lose too much time showing you the differences. But when you do clean it, make sure that you remove the LED. It is attached, so you don't want to remove it, like rip it out of there because it destroys the unit. Just take it out so that you can clean the plastic here. And then this just tucks right back in like that. And then it zips right on up so that you can keep it nice and clean and sanitized. In between family member use, if you're using it for your clinic, like we do here, then you can definitely easily disinfect in between. This cannot go through the washer, so don't try that because, again, the LED chips are attached via electrical wires. So, but again, there's your USB-C, which plugs right on in there to the belt from the remote. Okay, so the remote on this one is long cabled and it attaches into this. It does have a pocket, a pouch here on the front where you can stick your battery pack, and then you can kind of create a little wad of this and just tuck it in there, whatever's convenient for you. Red light therapy belts are fantastic. We have had so many testimonials of people. You want this to go directly onto your skin if you can. If you can't, you still get the heat and the vibration, but if you can get it directly to your skin, you're going to get better results. But on our original Alleviated Light Therapy, the Alleviated Pro belt, we've got our on-off switch. We're going to click that on, and right now I've got all lights are glowing bright. Okay, so I'll take that off so you can see all lights are glowing bright. We've got multiple different levels. So we push the up button, and that's going to give us a brighter level of intensity in which you can choose what level of intensity that you want. We've also got vibration, which you're not going to be able to feel through the screen, but I can feel it. And we've got 5 levels of vibration intensity, so you can choose to do that or you don't have to do that. We also have a switch of light. So we have a higher intensity of light. We've got infrared light, which you can't see with the human eye, but the infrared light is actually working right now, as it says 850. That's the spectrum of light wavelengths at 850 nanometers. And then now we've got all infrared and red light therapy. So you're getting 660 nanometers of red light therapy, and you're getting 850 of infrared light. And again, you can choose whether you want vibration intensity or whether you want that turned off. If you see a 0 on your remote on any of these products, a letter next to a 0 means off. So, and then we push the power button, and that gives us our flashing. So our cells like to go to a party, okay? When our body is trying to adapt and adjust, when it gets used to the same thing all the time, it no longer becomes excitatory to the stimulus that you're providing it. Red light therapy, vibration, and infrared light therapy are a stimulant to our cells in order for them to regenerate, repair, and kind of become enhanced. And we want as many of those cells on our entire body to become more reactive to the exposure of the red light and the infrared light therapy, as well as the vibration. When our body gets too used to using the red light therapy at 660 or 850 nanometers with infrared, if you use the pulsing feature, it's kind of like throwing a party for your cells. It captures their attention, a little bit different versus if you are just running a constant spectrum of light therapy. So creating a pulsing or a flashing sensation is going to give a different outcome. So which one is better? Clinical research actually shares that pulse lighting creates a greater stimulus. However, when it comes down to constant, if you're wanting that heat intensity, if you're you're wanting to get more of a controlled application, then constant non-flashing is kind of what the research supports. The best outcome is by combining both. So how can you do that? Well, with our time on here, it starts automatically with a default time. Most of our products start with a default time at 10 minutes, and most all of our products go up to 30 minutes. So you can do 30 minutes 3 times a day. You can do one flashing, one with constant, another one with flashing, or you can go constant, flashing, constant, or you can do 15 minutes constant, 15 minutes flashing. Do that 3 times a day. Too much can be non-stimulating. So what does that mean? When you've had too much chocolate, when you've had too much of a good thing, it doesn't seem to be the same. So when you go without and you give a little exposure when your body is not expecting it, that's when it really responds. So can you have too much? Yeah, in some ways, is it going to cause you harm? Not so much, but it can be really timely, and your body will respond more effectively if you keep it in separate doses, like 3 to 4 hours in between each application session, if that makes sense. So that is our Alleviated Pro Red Light Therapy Belt. And so now we're turned off. But again, this one does have the extensor panel. So if you're wanting to wear it over on an angle of a shoulder, you can do that. You can wear it around a thigh. I've got a lot of softball players right now that are getting hit with the ball in a pitch, or responsive. If they're hitting, they're getting hit by the pitch. If they're a pitcher, they're getting hit on impact from the hit from the ball being sent. This is really, really good recovery for athletes who are on the road in between events. It stimulates the nucleus and the mitochondria in each cell to be able to, it kind of enhances the performance of those features within your cells, if you will, their jobs. And so when you can enhance and provide the optimal environment, or enhance the environment for those cells to be able to function at a higher level, red light therapy and infrared light therapy does that. The vibration calms pain down, but it also relaxes the muscles and stimulates other muscles to become more aware and more involved. So a lot of great benefits with the Alleviated Pro Red Light Therapy Belt. Okay, so we're going to go back through now with the new products. So again, this product has been out for quite some time. And again, you have to have the external battery pack sold separately, not through LifePro. LifePro makes one. Last time I checked, they were sold out of them because they go super fast with all of our products, because a lot of our products are wireless if you, or cordless from charging if you have an external battery pack. We'll talk about cleaning this at the end, and I'll answer any questions you might have about some of our other stuff. Now, the Alleviated Pro Elite. So the Elite versus the Pro, that's the difference. The Elite, boom, has the battery pack already affixed to the product. This actually gets charged into the wall. As you can see, we've got all these charging cables. It is a USB-C wall cable that plugs into your USB-C battery pack here, fully enclosed, and it does have magnets that keep it into place. So if you need to take it off, it just clicks right back on there. So if you're wanting to charge this separately, you can take this off, and you don't have to keep this with it if you're trying to keep this clean and tidy. So this comes off, it goes right back on there, and it shows you where the charges should be, so that if you get it upside down, see if you can see on an angle, there it is. So you got the plus minus, and the plus minus is going to correlate with that on the product, on the belt. Made of neoprene, okay, and some good tough Velcro. So if you have seen the new Pro, I've got a different one, but the new Pro has this infinity wave in blue on the back. Again, it's exactly the same thing. This is how beautiful it looks when it's brand new and clean and ready to go. Again, on this one, we can zip it, remove so that we can disinfect. Do not pull on this because it is attached with electrical wiring. It will ruin your device, so don't do that, please. And then we zip that back up and wrap it all on. And again, try and go as flush to your skin as possible, so that you're getting the direct exposure to your skin. It travels through the skin. So the more superficial you are in contact with the skin, that it doesn't have to travel through extra layers, the more benefit that you're going to gain from that. Again, it does come with an extra extender strap. So if you are needing extra room here in the front, or if you're wanting to put it on a thigh and you're wanting to take it around your thigh a couple of times, or your calf a couple of times, you can spiral it in order to get greater application exposure if you're wanting to. I can show you that again in a little while. Our belt circumference here with our extender is 43 inches, okay? every one of our new products comes with one of these extenders, okay? The actual product is made of a neoprene, so it's nice, soft, squishy, comfortable. This one specifically is 11.8 inches by 5.9 inches. That's like the actual, I'm sorry, that's not right. That's our micro. Let me go back on this one. This one here is 49.6 inches, okay? 49.6 inches. And again, the actual belt circumference is going to be between 8 and 43. And then we've got our extra attachment here. Now, when it comes to our belt, I'm going to go through this remote because the remote can be just a little bit tricky when it comes to understanding this. I had to play around with it a little bit. The directions that come with your product in your box will explain all of this. But again, it can be a little overwhelming when you're not used to it. So I'm going to give you the quickie tutorial here. In order to turn this on, when it's fully charged, get the Velcro out of here because Velcro can be a little tricky. Getting all caught up in ourselves here. So you're going to see on the front of our battery pack here, control panel, you're going to see two buttons, okay? On our two buttons, we're going to push and hold the power on button, which is a round circle, okay? So we're going to push and hold. So we're going to do that. You're going to see the red lights light up. Automatically, it's showing you at 30, okay? So light belt is now on, okay? What we're going to do at this point is if we push the two arrows button that look like a circle, but they're two arrows, we're going to push that, and that's going to give us our different, let's see, go back here. Okay, so when we push that button, it's going to switch into the different features. We've got 3 different features on here. We have flashing, which is F. We've got vibration, which is going to be our S0, 1, and 2. We have our light intensity, which is going to be L. And our light intensity, we've got 4 different levels, okay? We've got 3 different light modes. So we can choose between red, infrared, and a combination of both. And overall, the belt, we've got 105 triple LEDs with an auto timer. So it's going to automatically kick off and on at 10 minutes, but it goes all the way up to 30. This one has already got the timer set at 30, as I was playing with it earlier. And because when you set it to a certain level, when you power off your battery pack in the control panel, it actually remembers the features that you used prior, so that if you pick up certain things, it will actually save the setting from the previous treatment. And that's on all of these models, with the exception of the original. Okay, all these other models, these 3 models here, are going to be very, very similar. This cannot be used with a 12-volt USB charging adapter, so make sure that you're aware of that. And again, max treatment time is 30 minutes. So when we push our button here that looks like 2 arrows, you're going to see L4, which means that we are on level 4, okay? Now you see the F, okay? And so your mode button is going to be right here. Right now it's on flashing. Flashing is we're on level 4 and we are on a flashing 2, okay? Now we're on a level 4 and we are on a light level 1. So this gets a little tricky. So let me go back here and reset this so we can go back through this again. Okay, so it shows my battery is 99% charged to it. So we're gonna push and hold. Gotta push and hold it for a while. If I push that power button again, you're gonna see A, okay? A means that you're getting both infrared and red light therapy at the same time. So although you can't see some hardcore Velcro here, that means it's not going anywhere once you get it on. When you see the lights, you're getting both infrared and red light therapy activated at the same time. But remember, infrared light therapy, you cannot see to the human eye. It is invisible to the human eye because of the wavelengths of light that we actually see. So when I push that power button, again, you're seeing A, which is all. If I push it again, you're going to see a little R, which means red light, at 660 nanometers. When we push it again, you're going to see infrared, which is going to be an N, which is near infrared at 850. So N is near infrared. We've got our A, which is all, and we've got our R, which is red light, okay? When we go to, so that's how you switch between the different modes of light application, is through your power button. And then once you're done using your unit, if you push and hold again, it'll kick your unit off and it'll tell you how much battery charge is left, which is 99%. Okay, when it comes to charging, you'll have to charge it initially when you get it out of the box. You need to charge it for a couple hours in order to get 100%. But very fast. And I'll tell you, you can use these batteries for a long time. Yes, so you're late to the show, and that's quite all right. Yes, it is a new product, all new battery packs included. And so today we're going over the differences between our new innovative red light therapy products, the differences between the sizes, and how to actually operate the control panel, all inclusive. So it's magnetized. You can charge this separately, as you can see on the walls behind me. And then it clicks back on there like a magnet, heavy duty magnet. And then you don't have to carry any cords. It's completely cordless, which is awesome, versus our original, which is lots of cords. So we have it turned on. It is set up for 30 minutes. When I push that round button, now we've got level, which is going to tell us our level of intensity. Now we've got our F, which is our flashing. Okay, so we've got 4 different levels there. When I press and hold, okay, now we've got flashing. So when I click that flashing, hang on here, it's not wanting to cooperate with me. Actually, I need to turn the unit on first. That would help. Sorry about that. So you don't see the flashing because it's infrared. That's why you're not seeing anything happening, because I've got it on infrared. So we're going to go to all. Now we can see the party. This is the flashing party. 2 levels of flashing pulsing intensity. Okay, we've got one, which is our F1 is going to be 10 hertz. That means it's flashing 10 times per second. When we go to F2, we're getting 40 hertz, which is 40 flashes per second. Like, you can't even comprehend that. And then when we go to 0, then we shut the flashing completely off. Okay, so let me go here and switch it up. So we're going to press and hold. There's flashing 1, flashing 2, flashing 0. So let's do that again. So we're going to press and hold until we see an F, flashing 0, flashing 1, flashing 2, flashing 0. Okay, so functions, we are able to get more functions out of our new products. But you can use it. You can use red light therapy, this belt, for anything you've already used your other products for, if you're interested in that. So we're going to press and hold, and you're going to see our levels. So there's your levels of all. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. When it comes to the different levels of intensity, okay, we've got 1.8 watts is going to be our first level. So let's go through this here real quick. And we got, so remember, press and hold if you're wanting to switch things up. So this is level 4, which is going to be 8 watts. We're going to do again, the remote can be a little tricky. So you're going to press and hold until you see the L. So L4, L1 is 1.8, L2 is 3.7, L3 is 4.68, and L4 is 8, okay? So there's our different levels, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Super bright to lower level. What level do you use? That's going to be a question you're going to ask. If you're just getting started and you're not sure how your body is going to respond, always go low. If you're wanting to go out with a bang, go high. And just do one session, one day, and just see how you feel and how your body changes. I'm one of those all in, all at the top. However, if you are on any kind of medication that is photosensitive, that's usually antibiotics, make sure that if you're using red light therapy while on antibiotics, especially over an open wound, because this is really, really good for wound management. If you've got an open wound, it helps it heal actually faster. You want to make sure if you're on antibiotics that you are using on a super low level, like trace level, if you use it at all, because if you're on antibiotics that are photosensitive and you're using red light therapy, it will actually cause a reaction around the wound. So make sure that you don't do that. I've had that happen with a couple of athletes who had incisions that opened up, and we tried to use red light therapy in order to help heal and kind of inspire more collagen production so that the scars would heal better. And it worked out great until the doctors went to put extra antibiotics that are photosensitive. So go back and check with your physician, check with your pharmacist to make sure whatever antibiotics you might be taking, if they are photosensitive, you need to be aware of that when using any kind of light therapy product, whether it's infrared or red light therapy or blue light or amber light, it doesn't matter. Make sure that you're aware of that. The other product that you want to be really careful is using retinols. If you're using a retinol cream on your face or on your skin, It makes it more photosensitive, so you can burn a little easier. So just be aware of that. If you are suffering of an open wound, again, we want to make sure not to put this direct in contact with an open wound, but that you are just like just a little bit in distance. And some of our other panels, as opposed to a belt, are better suited for that because you're not in direct contact and you get greater exposure. So if you have our BioHeal panel or our BioHeal Elite, which is like the really big panel, that is really good for open wounds and for healing scars. So we're going to go back through here again. So there's our flashing feature. When I press and hold, you're going to see the time pop up. We're going to press and hold again. Oh, it's blinking. That's how we change our time. So when we press and hold, you can add time all the way to 30 minutes. I don't know if you can see that or not. When I press and hold again, it should lock it in. So again, everything that happens on this remote happens between two buttons, and that's where it gets a little tricky. So we're going to go back through here. Yep. So we're going to go through to 30, and and if you happen to go over, you have to start over. If they don't have a plus and minus on this. So if you're wanting a certain amount of time, so we're going to hold. And you have to hold for a little while, then it should click off. There we go. So we're going to press and hold again. And there's our levels of intensity for light. We're going to press and hold. Whoops. See, it's a little finicky. Convenience can be tricky at times. So let me go through here one more time. And hopefully it's not this challenging on some of the others. But again, this is why I'm here, because if I screw up on it, you know it's easy for you to screw up, but at least we're all in the same boat. Okay. So now we've got short press. So now we're in our flashing feature. Now we're in levels of intensity. And then we also have a vibration feature. So there's our flashing. Yep, we got that. And then we're going to push and hold again. There's our levels. Okay, we're going to press and hold again. We should be able to get into vibration. If I remember right, this one has vibration. Maybe we don't. Let me double check something here. That's why I'm having trouble. This one does not seem to have a vibration, but let me double check that because I know some of the others, they actually do. And for whatever reason, I'm not able to figure the vibration out on this. And that is totally on my end. So let me double check here real quick. Our other devices actually have a vibration feature on them. So I want to make sure that I'm not telling you that it's here and it's really not here. Yeah, so unfortunately, as I'm looking at this, we have our light intensity modes and our pulsing modes. But this one actually does not have vibration. So the Alleviated Pro does have vibration. This one right here does not have a vibration. That's why I can't get it to shift through the different features. So that's my mistake, my friends, my mistake. It does not have the vibration feature that I'm aware of. And as I go through here and navigate through here, yep, there's our intensity. Press and hold in order to switch it out. There's our time, there's our pulsing. Yeah, unfortunately this one doesn't have the vibration. So if you so love the vibration, your Pro has the vibration. The Pro Elite, I'm not seeing the vibration feature on here. So I would not upgrade to this one if you love the vibration. You'll just have to deal with the battery pack. Now, if you are wanting vibration in a smaller area, we do have some new products that do have the vibration feature on them. So we'll go over those. So again, this is the Alleviated Pro. This is the Alleviated Pro Elite. This is the Alleviated Pro Light Therapy Belt that originally came out about a year ago. The one that came out years ago is just the Alleviated Light Therapy Belt. And there are some different features between the Pro than the Pro Elite from the original. If you buy it on Amazon or you buy it on our Life Pro website, upgrade because the features are well worth the price difference. It's not that big of a price difference, in my opinion. Now, we have two other different sizes here. We have a micro and we have a mini, okay? The micro is the baby. It's the baby of the family. This is our micro. And yes, it does have the battery already attached, okay? And it does come disengaged if you want to. And again, when we're looking at this, we got the plus and the minus. We got a plus and a minus on there that you can see. It just clicks right on there, and that's how you know that you've got it set up right, okay? And then we've got our mini. Now, the mini is 17.7 inches long. The micro is 11.8. This one is 8.07 wide. This one is 5.9. So hand in hand, you can get the micro with the mini. Okay, so that's the difference in size. What is this one good for? If you have carpal tunnel, that makes it quite convenient to be able to just wrap that on there like that, and you can reduce the inflammation of those tendons. And then it does come with our extra strap here that you can use to affix. You can use this as an extender. So here's another thing. If you just have back pain in one spot and you really don't want all the bulk of this, check this out. So we're going to press and hold, turn this one on. You got to really press and hold it for a while. So if you think it's broken, there it is, set at 10 minutes automatically. So watch here. So if I go into my back, we're just going to tuck that right on in there. Okay, battery pack is already intact. And then I don't have all the stuff around here in the front, okay? And you can take this, which is not nearly as bulky, and we can attach that on there, wrap it on around so that you can keep it in place if you're worried about it falling out of your britches. And it's less intense when it comes to, and it stays on nice and easy. So there's how you can use that red light therapy micro. You can use it, again, you can use it if you got tennis elbow, okay? Tennis elbow is really common. I'm seeing a lot of tennis elbow in men right now, men in their 40s, because the testosterone levels start to drop quite a bit. So you can wrap that on around the elbow. Well, it's always helpful if you have a friend that can help you out with this. So if we go ahead and start wrapping so that we don't have to maneuver, we can slide it on so it's right over the elbow, and there you go, okay? So a lot of different ways that you can use this little one, okay? And what I think is nice about this is really easy to slide into your handbag or into your messenger, your carry case backpack. This takes up a lot of room. If you're on an airplane, you can use this stuff on an airplane. You can use this stuff on the train. You can use it on a boat. So if you don't want to carry this in your briefcase or in your handbag, this fits nice and easy, just like this. You can fold it in half, stick it in a gallon-sized Ziploc baggie with the extender strap and the charge cable, and it just tuck it into your bag, into your purse or your backpack or whatever it is you want to use. Great for athletes who are in between events. If you're, an athlete playing volleyball, basketball, softball, lacrosse, whatever, soccer, whatever you do. If you are, let's say, a soccer player and you have a lot of bruises and a lot of contusions on your shin, you can just stick that right inside your soccer sock and just like a shin guard. And now you can start regenerating, healing, and you can kind of manipulate or accelerate that process in between events or, the day of the event after you're done playing. So a lot of great features for the little one. This is the mini. I'm sorry, this is micro. This is micro. So, but all of these products come with the extender strap, including the original. Okay, so you can do all kinds of tips and tricks. Got AC separation, rotator cuff, frozen shoulder. Slap it on there, slide it on in. So there we go. You can take the belt, strap it on. Okay, wrap it around your shoulder, or around your waist, I should say. Wrap it around your waist, and you can bring it on up so that you keep constant contact directly over the shoulder joint, as opposed to trying to figure out how you're going to maneuver and where the extra is going to go. But this is directly in contact with the shoulder joint so that can heal. Because again, red light therapy and infrared light therapy is super powerful for healing much faster at accelerated rates. So that's how you can do that. So that's some of the cool benefits of having the mini, or I should say the micro. This is the micro. I get the mini and the micro. This is the big one. This is the elite. This is the mini, and then the micro is a chunk of the mini. So micro. Now, let's go through the features of the micro. So again, if we push our power button, you're going to see an A, which means we're getting all infrared and red light, 660 nanometers red light, 850 infrared light. Cannot see infrared light to the naked eye. And so we push it again, and we're going to get our red light. So now infrared light is off, and now we're going to push it again, and we're getting near infrared, which is an in, near infrared. So it is on. Can't tell, but it is on. Battery pack says it's running. So that's how you get from all of them. So we're going to push it again, and there's your all back on. Okay. When we switch over here to this little curve, it shows like arrows spinning around. We push that, we're getting level 1, 2, 3, 4, and back to 1. So I'm going to go through it again. 1. Whoops, that's not right. Hang on here. Press and hold to switch between features. Okay. Let's go back out of the flash and bang here. There we go. Okay, so if I press and hold, now we're going to get into our level 1. Okay, so there's level 1. Now, if you push, here's what I want you to understand. On here, if you push, so if I push F, if I push here, now we're switching between. So once you get back to your time, if you push it again, now you can, there's your levels, okay? If I let that go back to time, and if I press and hold, now we're getting our different features. So there's our flashing, which is flashing 1, okay? And now we've got vibration. So when it goes back to its time, that's when you're switching between the different features. Features is flashing. We're getting levels of intensity and vibration. Right now we've got vibration going on. And now I'm just going through the intensity of the lighting. Let's see if I can show you this. There we go. So we're flashing 1. Now we're into vibration. So if you get a little tricked up in this, again, this one's got vibration, it's got light, intensity, and it's also got the flashing party. So there's L through 1 through 4. And if I push and hold it again, it's going to go to flashing. So if I press and hold it again, it's a little tricky. Just have to play around with it. There's our flashing 2, and now we're flashing off. So F0 is no flashing. If you have somebody in your home who is reactive to light when it comes to epilepsy or just any kind of brain activity that can cause seizures or a change in cognitive function due to flashing lights, do make sure that when you're using this around those people that they are not seeing the direct flashing, because that can trigger something in somebody else. And if you are somebody who experiences epilepsy or any kind of seizure behavior or a change in neurological conditions based on flashing, make sure that you're not looking directly into this when you're working through. So right now it's going to show S1. Yeah, let me go through here. So there's your flashing. S1 is vibration. Okay. So once we launch into vibration on here, there we go. Now we're in S1. Now it's not cooperating. Let me play here for just a second, because I had this figured out earlier, and it gets a little tricky, a little touchy. All else fails, just turn it off and start over. So we're down to 96%. So if you can see that, we have gone from having 99% to 96%, and we've been on here for a good 15 minutes talking. So the battery holds up really well. So press and hold the battery on. There we're on. 10-minute default time. If you want to change the time, then you press and hold this button until it blinks. You'll see it blinking here. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Here it comes. Maybe. It should flash and hold. Yeah, it's not doing that. I know it has more than 10 minutes from what I remember. Give it a sec. Now it's blinking. See, it doesn't want to cooperate when I'm on the spot. So when it's blinking, when you push the button, well, it just kicked off. I'm telling you, the remote is tricky. There's advantages to having it. You just have to have patience. I have lots of patience, as I've learned through the years. Okay, so now we're going to go to flashing time so we can change the time. Yeah, so I just changed the time, and it was, so there's your There's your S. So not only are we having a party with the flashing, but we also, now we're down to 9 minutes. And if we press and hold, you can actually hear it. Now we've got the flashing so we can add time. So you can add time all the way up to 30 minutes, okay? So every time you push the button, it just adds a minute, okay? So there's your flashing time. And now we're gonna go back to, so that's 30 minutes is our time. And all else fails, push the power button. If you're not sure how to get out of the time, push the power button and then it will kick you out. So there's our flashing one. We're gonna get out of flashing because I don't want to watch flashing nonstop. It can really mess with your eyes after a while, so don't do that to yourself. So each time you do a hold and press, there's our flashing one. Okay, press and hold. And each time you press and hold, it's going to go through the different features. So this is, when you see, it looks like 52. I'm going to show you here up close. You can hear it running. Lots of vibration in there. So press and hold. So there's your flashing. Turn the flashing off. So you're going to quick press. There's your vibration. So vibration, it looks like a 50, but it's really an S and a 0. So if you don't want a lot of vibration, so we're going to press, we're going to get through the L's. Those are your levels of intensity. There's your flashing 1, 2, and 0. We're going to press and hold to S, 1 and 2. 2 different levels of intensity for vibration. It looks like 50, but it's really an S, okay? So that's how you navigate through the tricky remote. I'll tell you though, I would so much rather have the remote affixed that's easily chargeable. And when you pull it away, it disengages. So everything happens through polarities. So if you don't have the remote or the control panel, you can't use this, so don't lose it. Then we click it back on and guess what happens? You didn't even have to power it on. It just lights right back up. Pretty cool light show. Again, if we go to turn it off, we just press and hold and it will kick itself off and it tells us that we've got 93% battery left. So there is our micro. Now we got the mini, okay? Mini is exactly the same for the most part in that it has just more light chips. This one has a plastic protectant. This one does not. This is bare, okay? This one has a protective barrier, as does this one. This one does not. So what is the point for me telling you that? Don't get it wet. Don't get it sweaty. Use a nice cloth in order to try and wipe some of the chips off. But for whatever reason, mine does not have a protective cover. I don't know if it's supposed to or not, but this one does not. So again, we're going to, on our mini, this is the mini, the other's the micro. On our mini, this is 17 inches in length from end to end, 8.07 from top to bottom. It does have the extra belt, 8 inches to 43 inches, depending on how, where you're wanting, how you're wanting to use it. We've got 4 different levels of intensity. All of our levels of intensity are very similar. However, this one is amplified. So this one, our level 1 is 2.1 watts. Level 2 is 4.1 watts. Level 3 is going to be 6.5 watts. And level 4 is 9 watts. So this is going to be twice the wattage on level 4 than our micro. Double the dose of this one. Intensity and size, okay? You can use this, as I showed you earlier, on the shoulder as well. So if you wanted to use this on your shoulder, you can use it on the shoulder. This will fold into a gallon-sized Ziploc baggie. It does come with a travel pack. So if you're wanting to carry it all in one little thing, it does have a travel bag that comes with it, and it fits nice and neat, everything inclusive, okay? But if you just want to throw it in a Ziploc bag because it's convenient, you can do that. It's waterproof if you think of it that way. So I do a lot of Ziploc baggies at my house. So again, we're going to go back to our control panel, and again, it pulls off and it goes right back on, okay? So we're going to press and hold. You're going to see it light up. Light show, default time 10 minutes, okay? If we press the power button, it's going to go through the different modes, okay? Modes of light. So mode A is all infrared and red light therapy. This one specifically has 120 triple LEDs. Our micro has got 60 double. So these are only double LEDs. These are triple LEDs. 60, double the dose, 120, okay? On our Pro Elite, we've got 105. So this actually has more than our Pro Elite does, okay? And when we go to press, so you can see this up and close, we go to press our power button, okay? That's our A, which is all. We have our R, which is red light therapy at 660 nanometers. And then we've got our N, which is near infrared light, which is 850. We press it again and we get it all back. So go all in. I like all in, okay? Now, red light therapy is more superficial when it comes to the wavelengths penetrating through the tissues. Infrared light penetrates all the way deep to the bone. So having both in combination, you're not lowering the power, you're getting like extra dosage, and it won't hurt you. The deeper it goes, the more it's gonna stimulate bone. It's gonna heal those structures on a deeper level and everything in between the top layers and the deep layers. So when we press and hold that, okay, press and hold, it'll kick itself off. So that's how you turn it on and off. Press and hold, and press and hold. And we're back on, okay? Now, when we press and hold our arrows button, okay, press and hold, it should start to blink so that we can change the time. Oh, hang on here. The remotes are just a little bit different because of different features. So there's your flashing features you can see. So F, and if you don't press and hold after you have the feature lighting up, it'll switch. So L1, L2, L3, L4. So let's do something here real quick so you can understand the difference between the light intensity. I'm going to turn both of these on at the same time. I want you, because this is double the dose of this. So we're going to turn this on, and we're going to go through the different light modes. And I'm going to face you so you can see the different light modes, okay? This is tricky, holding two remotes. Okay, so we've got them both set on A, and now we're flashing. Okay, we're on 0. We have to go back to time. You'll see the time light up, and then we can go through our different modes. Okay, so there's that. Wait for the time. Now we're at level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4. So this is level 4 right here, and this is level 4 of the other. Okay, so they look similar, but this is triple, this is double, this is way more lights, 120, this is 60, okay? So that's the difference between the light modes. It looks to be the same, but this one definitely has got more power to it. Okay, so we're gonna push in. So now we're at F, which is flashing, and it's having a party for our cells, okay? So there's L4, L2, L1, L2, L3, L4, okay? Double the dose of the other. So we're going to go back to time. We press again. There's your flashing. And when that F lights up, then you can decide whether you want a big party, a bigger party, or if you want no party, okay? Remember, flashing captures the attentions of the cells, creating more cellular energy, reduces oxidative stress, reduces inflammation, okay? So that's the whole point with that. So we go back to time, wait for it to go back to time, and we're going to press through now. Oh, hold on here. We're going to let it go back to time. Let it go back to time. That's where this gets tricky. So we're going to go back to time, and we're going to let it hold. It gets a little tricky, but again, in the user manual, it gives you all the great features. This does have vibration. I've already felt it. Sorry, I'm like, I know you're waiting on me. It's a bit tricky. Let me pull this up here real quick because I had this figured out earlier. Now we've got the time. So the time is blinking. If we add the time, we just push the button. Each time you push the button, you get an increase in time, okay? So we're gonna press and hold in order to get the time to kick back off. And it should click back off while we're having a party. So you have to press and hold it for like 3 or 4 seconds in order for the blinking to stop. on the timer. So now flashing 1, flashing 2, and now we're flashing off. Okay, so the lights are flashing off. If I press and hold, it should go through the different, yes, you have to press and hold in order for it to go through the different features. But I do know that this one has vibration because I've already felt it. And for whatever reason, I can't get it back there. Let me pull up the directions here real quick. Sorry about that. Sometimes, again, when you're trying to package so many great features into one product, and you only have so much room to do that in a remote, it can get really tricky. But LivePro does an awesome job of picking out some of those things in order to provide extra features. So yeah, we've got, I would have swore that I felt vibration on this one earlier. Maybe I didn't. Maybe that's why I can't continue to go through it. Let me double check one more time because I might be, I know I had the other one in my hand at the same time, so maybe I just mistaken them for each other. I know I should have already had this figured out. I actually have all this stuff written down and I have memorized it. Yeah, that's why I can't get back to it. This one doesn't have a vibration feature. So that's why this one is so much easier. So we press and hold. We press and hold again. Yes, this one does have vibration. So it looks as a 50 vibration, no vibration. So if you want vibration with all the bells and whistles, the Micro is the one that has all the bells and whistles for as small as it packs a punch. If you want vibration with the big belt, the Pro is the original that has the vibration features with the remote, which is actually easier to use, but it is so much cord. And when you have cord, you have trouble. So this is so much easier to charge. You just pull it off, stick it into your charge port there on the wall. This thing stays turned off, but as soon as you plug it back in, it turns it right back on where it left off. So didn't want to mean to confuse you there, but this one does not have a vibration feature that I can figure out at this point. Yeah, it's just light and it's flashing. So lots of great features with lights and flashing, but this one does not. This is not showing vibration. So if you want vibration, that's this one. Okay, L1 through L4 features. The L refers to light intensity. L just means light intensity. So we've got 4 different levels of light intensity for each one of these products. All of them have 4 levels of light intensity. All of these products have 3 different modes of light. So we've got A, which is all, which is both infrared and red light therapy. We've got R, which is red light therapy at 660 nanometers. And we've got N, which is near infrared light therapy at 850 nanometers. So you can go through those 3 features really, really easy. And then when it comes to, again, the F feature on here, F is flashing. So you'll see the L1, L2, L3, L4, and I'll turn this around. So L1, 2, 3, 4. So that's just light intensity. Again, this is double the dose of this one when it comes to light intensity. On our Micro, level 1 is 1 watt, level 2 is 2 watts, level 3 is 3, and level 4 is 4.5. So pretty easy, self-explanatory. On our Mini, L1 is 2. So when you're in level 1 on this one, you're actually in level 2 of the Micro. Level 2 is 4. So when you are in level 2 of this one, you're maxing out this one. Level 3 on the Mini is 6.5 and level 4 is 9. This one, level 4 is 4.5. So this is double, okay? So depending on how much intensity you're wanting for the 660 nanometers for the LED chips is what you're gonna want. Again, the Micro has vibration features to it. The Mini does not. The Pro has vibration features to it, and the Pro Elite does not. Let's talk about the light intensity differences on the Pro versus the Pro Elite. And then I'll show you how to clean the panels. So if we go turn our battery pack on, we just press and hold until the light show comes on. And when we go through, so we're in level 1 right now. Level 1 on our Pro Elite is going to be 1.8, okay? So 1.8, hang on here. 1.8, Level 2 is 3.7. Level 3 is going to be 4.68. So there's 4.68. And our level 4, hold up here. Level 4 is going to be 8. Okay, so 8 on this. And then when it comes to our original, the Alleviated Pro, this one packs a punch. This has got 16. This one is the greatest of all intensity levels between all these products. And again, it is the original. The light intensity is how much intensity of exposure of the red lights you're wanting. The brighter the lights, the more you are accessing on a global basis the cells. So if you have an area that you're trying to heal, but you don't want super intense because you're just staying more local, you can go with a lower level of intensity. If you're using this on a bigger scale, you're going to need more intensity because the concentration is going to go to a larger number of cells versus a more focused area or a local area. Focal, local, okay? So think global, systemic, okay? But again, on this one you got to use the external battery pack, which does not come in addition to. You got to buy it extra. But you can get these on Amazon for next to nothing for like a pack of 2 or 4. We buy them a lot. USB import versus a USB-C. And then when it plugs into the actual belt, it's a USB-C. Okay, the other thing that makes this one really cool, the original, is it has the remote, which is very user-friendly. So we press on, and so here, this one, you can tell that this one has the infrared not working, or it looks like there's like lines that are not working. Those are your infrared chips, okay? So all the lights are working on this one right now, but it looks like there are a couple of rows that are burnt out because you're getting infrared and the ones that are not lit up because those are naked to the human eye, invisible, and our red lights are at a high level of 660. When we go into choosing levels, so there's level 1, 2, 3, and 4. There's a difference in how bright the levels are. This one is 16 watts, and this one right here is 8 watts. This is double the dose of the other full-size belt, okay? The size of the belts are exactly the same. So they're both 49.6 inches long. We're just going to say 50 inches to call it good. And it's 6.9. We're just going to say 7 inches wide. These right here are actually wider. These are 8. So this one's 8. And the micro is 6, okay? 6 and 8. So here's all of our products, all of our red light therapy belts. When we go to looking at, again, so now we've got 660. We just have infrared on right now, and then we have all of them. The vibration, this one is very easy, self-explanatory. We've got 5 levels of vibration intensity on this one, and you might be able to hear it through the microphone here. But the middle button there is specifically for vibration. So this is an easier remote to use, but you're having to carry around all the extra stuff. So if you're trying to keep it minimal, that's what the new products are about, is being more minimal. This one goes up to 30 minutes time. So there's your plus button, and it goes up in 5-minute increments instead of 1-minute increments. And then when we're looking at level 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4-hour intensity, when you increase the intensity of the light, you can feel an intensity of the vibration at the same time. And if we go to turn it off, it doesn't turn off. It's a flashing. So you have flashing feature in here too. So we can have an ultimate party, double the dose of all the others, or the max of the others. We've got lots of flashing, which captures the attention of all those cells, which results in greater outcomes. You know, however you mix and match it, it's a different treatment outcome for different people. So don't get too caught up in protocols, because how your body responds and how your friend's body is going to respond are 2 different ways because of how we're built. And then when we turn it off, so we can push flash and bang, we get our flashing, and then we click it one more time and it turns it completely off. So this one's more user-friendly, does not have the convenience of portability, still portable, but in order to use it without the plug in the wall, you got to charge an external battery pack and have the cables. These are all darn near identical in how they're crafted and built. The Micro has vibration, the Mini and the Pro Elite do not. okay? This one comes with a storage bag. These stick in a Ziploc baggie, or get yourself a little cinch and go pack, okay? This one also comes with its storage pouch. Fits nice and conveniently, so you can tag it along and keep all your parts and your manual, don't forget your manual, all in one safe spot. So that is what I have today for red light therapy. Let me go grab something to disinfect, because I told you I would show you how that is done, because I've got a very dirty unit here that came back from a loaner. And we disinfect these in between each use. So hang tight, I'm gonna go grab that supply real quick. Now, when it comes to cleaning, I do not promote a certain brand of disinfectant wipes, but I buy any kind of disinfectant wipes that will remove any kind of virus, bacteria, all that good stuff. It doesn't have to be hospital grade. This is just, you get it at Walmart or your local pharmacy or grocery store for next to nothing. And I just take one of these little wipes out, because I want to make sure that whomever has used it before, that we're not transferring their cells and their stuff to our products. So I'm going to go ahead and unplug the cable from the unit, okay? I might go ahead and wipe down the outside, and you want to have a microfiber cloth, or I have a chamois that I use for like camera for my phone, or my camera, or a flat screen. These are really nice because they don't leave any lint. As long as you have a soft cloth, it doesn't matter. But I'm going to go through here and wipe it all down with my disinfectant wipe, and in its entirety. So that's all good. And what I would highly recommend you do after you're done doing that is take your chamois or your microfiber cloth or whatever kitchen towel that's clean, whatever you want to use, and wipe that off first so that you can see how dirty it is on the other side. And then you're going to unzip this. You're going to remove the LED chip panel, not tear it out, because it is attached electrical wire. So don't do that. Okay. And then very creatively, with another new wipe, because you don't want to transfer stuff you've just removed, you're going to take another wipe and you're going to get it to the inside of your belt. And you'll see that a lot of it will clean up a little bit. Some of it, with age and with time, doesn't come off completely, but as long as you can get yourself somewhat of a clear window, that's what you really need. And if it gets to the point where you can't use it at all, call customer service, because that's what they're there for. Your stuff is all covered in warranty. So if you're having trouble with your stuff working and keeping it clean and all nice and tidy, then contact customer service. Support@lifeprofitness.com is the email address. Support@lifeprofitness.com. And if you have trouble with somebody getting back with you within a week, give them a little bit of time. Then let me know. You can send me a direct message, or you can send LifePro direct message, but you can see how much cleaner that is. And then take your chamois or your microfiber cloth or whatever it is you're using. Remember, paper towels are going to leave a lot of lint or a lot of fuzzies behind. So I'm just going to wipe that down, and it's definitely much clearer to see through. Then you're going to slide your LED panel back in the way it naturally contours. And zip it on up. Try not to get it caught in the wiring when you zip it. And we have a much cleaner panel. So that's how you can disinfect it in between use. Much, much cleaner panel from where we started, okay? So that's how you can do that. The micro and the mini, so my mini actually does not have a cover. The micro does. You cannot remove this, okay? This is it's completely sealed around the edges. So again, you're gonna take your wet wipe it down real good, where you know that you've gotten the gunk off of it. And then just wipe it back down with a dry cloth. And that's how easy that is, okay? So there is our red light therapy products. When it comes to how to use all of the light therapy products with, with whatever dose you're trying to get or whatever outcomes you're trying to get, we've got, I've done some red light therapy specials in the past. We can revisit that. But red light therapy accelerates repair, recovery, restoration in the human body. It provides the optimal environment for our body to be able to regenerate and heal itself. It is I call it a biohack. And it's, like I said, it's kind of referred to as the medical miracle that nobody's talking about, because if we're looking at things from a political standpoint, I don't go down this road very much, but doctors, hospitals make money by the rotating door and how many people are coming in who are sick, who need procedures, who need prescriptions. And so if you're using red light therapy, infrared light therapy, you're using natural modalities that your body loves because it's a natural thing that it can heal itself. If those kind of things work, then our other big pockets don't make money because we're not rotating that door of being sick. So get to being your best self possible. Get yourself some red light therapy. We've got blankets, like big blankets. We've got the saunas. Saunas are the infrared. Infrared is another form of the same type of therapy of what red light therapy is. It just penetrates much deeper and it's on a much bigger scale. It's more expensive too. So if you're curious about whether you want red light or infrared light, when I tell people if you can do one versus the other, that's why saunas are picking up steam right now. Saunas are awesome. If you have access to a sauna, if you have access to a red light therapy bed, some of the new tanning salons that are out there that you can buy membership to have full-size beds that are just all red light therapy. Makes a difference for wrinkles, for fine lines, for scarring, but more importantly, it changes how our body works on an entire cellular level. If you're wanting more collagen, because if we get older, our face starts to droop a little bit because our connective tissue that holds our skin to our features is made up of collagen, elastin, ground substance, which is majority water, it's kind of like a jello substance, and then hyaluronan, which is, again, if you're hearing about hyaluronic acid for facials or for topicals for your face, that's why. Because connective tissue, our fascia, that's the components that make that up. And it is the gateway to our brain and the entire body. It's the largest sensory response center in the human body. It is the largest system in the human body that actually accesses and controls all other systems. But the doctors and the hospitals and the pharmaceuticals and the insurance don't want us to know that, because that's what saves you money and they lose money. So you can do this stuff at home. Don't give up on your doctors, though, because you need them as well. And if there's anything that we can do at Life Pro to make your life more convenient, higher quality of life, if there's a topic you need to learn from, one of us in the education groups between Roseanne, Debbie, and myself, we're here for you. And we need to hear from you. What do you need from us? Because that's what we've been doing with Life Pro for several years now. And we're here to make your life better so that you're running at optimal performance levels, not just trying to figure out how you're going to wake up the next day. He or she who has good health and has no pain has 1,000 dreams, and he or she who doesn't only has one. And that's to be able to dream again and to feel great and to have your health back. We at Life Pro have the ability to help you in getting your dreams back. So allow us that opportunity by letting us know how we can be of great service and help to you. Until next time, have a wonderful day, and thank you so much for sharing your time with me today. It's always a pleasure to visit and interact with all of you. And if you have any questions about our products, again, support@lifeprofitness.com. If you are on Facebook or on Instagram, you can tag me personally if you have questions. Amber Hardin, Hardin, Kivett, Kivett, or @KKSMAGIK is how you can tag me. That will access me in a notification. I can answer your questions. If you have questions that you don't want to post on social media, or you're not on social media, you're on YouTube, you can text me directly. It might take me a few days to get back with you because you get a lot of messages, but 317-446-7971, 317-446-7971 will get you direct communication with me. And if you're not getting good cooperative customer service, let me know and I'll push it on up the channel. as best as I can for a timely response. But make sure you access customer service first, because they're pretty on top of things most of the time. So thank you all so much for watching today. Have a wonderful day.